And in this part, we're going to create a query and a report using our connected and related tables. So one of the beauties of a database over a spreadsheet is all the things we're doing now. You know, a spreadsheet is like the table part of a database, but even so, in Access, we can specify what types of fields and properties that everything is going to use, which makes it a little bit more powerful than Excel. Now, in Excel, we can really much more easily do formulas and functions and make charts and graphs. That's not something we can do as easily here in Access. So each one has its own superpowers, but creating queries is a big deal about databases. So we're going to create a query using only the vacation ID and vacation package name from one table and a description from another table. So this query we're going to go create, and we're going to go into Query Design View. And then we're going to build this up. So I need to use the vacation ID and vacation package from the vacation table. So I'm just going to double click to put that in here. And then I want the vacation ID, and I'm just double clicking, but you can also like drag these down here. So there's vacation ID in the package from that one. And then we want the description from the one that actually tells us about the packages. So that's in the vacay codes. So we're going to come here and pull the description. So it's like we're getting two pieces of information from here and then the connected piece from here. Okay. All right. So we're going to do that. Now, when you create a query, in order to view your query, you have to run the query. So I'm going to hit run. And there we go. I have this vacation ID code here. I have my package. I have my description. Okay, so all of that looks pretty good. Make sure you preview and auto fit your columns. Just double click to the right of each of those. And then we're going to right click and save this one as packages available. Packages available. Okay, now we're going to take this report and use the report to create, or this query and use it to create a report. So I'm going to close that out and we're going to create a report using that query. So click on the query, packages available, and then we're going to create a report. Let's go ahead and use the report wizard just because it's a little faster to go through. So I'm going to click on report wizard. My query, because I was clicked on it, is on here. And we are going to go ahead and bring all the pieces across so we can use all of them in our report and hit next. We're not going to add any grouping levels here, so we'll go ahead and click on next. Well, actually, yeah, how do you want to view your data? Do you want to add any grouping? We can just skip through those and we're going to sort on vacation ID. Okay, we're also going to change it to landscape, but otherwise we're not changing anything else. At the end, we're going to title it Vacation Packages Report and finish. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this, but you're probably going to have to do a little editing because like mine, this is cut off a bit here in the middle. Okay, and that's no good. So we're going to adjust those fields and we're going to do that in our report layout. So we're going to right click and go into layout view. By the way, if you ever have problems in layout view, you can always go to design view. It's not as pretty, but you can certainly do all the same things. For instance, I can resize my vacation field here and then here if I wanted to. And you also have these grid lines to make it a little bit easier when you're in here. Some people prefer that view there. When you're in report design, you can also put a property sheet up here on the side, which would allow you another way to access these boxes with different information. So like that caption, it shows over here. And if you had like a specific width you had to set it at, you could do that from within the property sheet. But all you need to do, I'm going to go back to the layout view because it's easier to do from here, is to resize so that we've got more room for these packages. We want our packages to fit completely and make sure your descriptions also fit completely. Okay. All right. And we are going to save that vacation packages report. All right. Remember that one of the last things you're going to do anytime you make a database is you're going to compact and repair it. That is up under the file menu and then under info. And then you would click compact and repair. What that does is closes all the tables. Sometimes it'll say it's already in use. Just hit OK. And then usually you'll get this little warning that tells you need to enable your content, which is also not wrong. Okay. All right. One more thing I wanted to mention, and I think I have mentioned it in class before, but I want to mention it again really quickly, is how you can use the quick start data types gallery. So when you're in data sheet view, that's this current view of my table. When I'm in this current view of my table, I can go to table fields. And if I wanted to add like a new field over here, I could choose any of these where it says add and delete. But there's one called more fields, and these are the basic ones, but there's also quick start ones at the very bottom. So if I wanted to add start and end dates, for example, it would put multiple columns in there for me. Or name, it would put like first, middle, last. Or address, it would put city, state, zip. It would add all those extra fields in there. So be aware of the quick start one that is in there. That is kind of important. And then also just be aware of when you do external data, there is more than just using Excel and using Access. Another one that you can use is a text file. So there might be a text file that you have to use to import as well, and that's up under From File too. So this is kind of your basic introduction here to this first unit of Access. So hopefully it's making sense to you. But if not, you've got videos and you can rewind. So good luck to you.